How's it going, guys? Chris back here again with some more Historic Brawl. Now, today we are testing out another concept deck. About to say, I think the last one that went up was the Wanderer, and this one I made a couple of decks since then, but this one is the one that I'm currently playtesting the most. And this is keepable. Turn down the game audio a bit. Yeah, so this deck is based off of Encroaching Mycosynth. And the ideal of this deck... Oh, crap. Explores the sorcery. I forgot. Pretend like we have like a counterspell or something. Yeah, there you go, opponent. Okay. Cancel, okay. Yeah, I guess we'll play the tap land. So this deck it's a bit crazy if I'm being honest. It's got a lot of ideals, and not all of them are that great, if I'm being honest. But we didn't get a land. It's unfortunate. I don't know what our opponent's up to. Because, like, Sliver is not a good Swarm deck. But maybe it also doesn't have a Gilded Goose in it. I don't know. But I think we lose, unfortunately. Because we don't really have an answer for this kind of thing. Double Cultivate? I think we're dead, but if we survive a turn, we might be able to do something. We'll put the blue one on the field. And then we'll get a green-red, and we'll put the green one on the field. Double green, triple blue, double red. Genesis Ultimatum. I think it's too late, but we might jank into it if nothing too terrible happens. So I've played 4 or 5 games with this deck, and it tends to be a long one, or a long average game length per match. So we might only do 2 today, but this one feels pretty over pretty quick. Yeah, it's not looking good. So Genesis Ultimatum, see if we hit anything. 2 lands. Yeah, opponent, GG. GG, opponent. That was rough. We'll go again. Might even get it in a third. Yeah, recently, I have been playing a lot of Vault Hunters. And as a result, my Magic practice time has kind of gotten cut into a bit. So when I built decks today, I was worried that I was not going to come across any interesting ideals. This is okay. And that would just be it. But, this is actually kind of interesting. Ouch. It's going to be painful because we have a ping land Pingland? I think they're called Painlands. Alright, we pass. Best case, we rolling regrowth. Worst case, we block Junie. Looks like it's going to be best case. At least I think. So rolling regrowth and Harrow are actually instants, which is kind of crazy to me. Just sack that and get a red and a green, and then we won't have to worry about losing life every time around. So if we Cascade, well, I don't really want to play my commander. I really want to mutate him. We can keep that on top. And I guess we just end. We should have actually bottomed that, right? Because we're gonna Shigeki. I guess they called him Junkai because he's a Jukai Visionary, which I think was the enchantment boys from Kamigawa, right? Yeah. So I talked a little bit about this deck, but I actually haven't explained what's going on. The plan of the deck is to get Mycosynth Lattice and then to use a specific card to make Mycosynth Lattice Sanctum Structural Assault, I guess. Our opponent's land stuck, which is good for us, but at the same time, it's I don't know if I'm actually brave enough to play this, because it is a little rough for what we're trying to do. Yeah, Carpathian Force is actually a bit better for them at the moment than it is for us, right? Because they don't have a... They only have one source that can produce red, and if they use it for red, it has to make 3 red mana, which is not what they're about. No block. I'll just cast a blue spell next turn and swing over to kill the Planeswalker, so that the dungeon effect never triggers. And we'll get Shigeki down as a blocker. I guess Windgrace can still go through, right? Because he can become indestructible. Ouch. It's a lot of damage. We will have to answer that, I think, unfortunately. Behemoth. Black Blade. I guess I just take 12. Well, this is a better answer, I think. Yeah, view browser. So 2 damage, destroy target artifact. 2 damage, destroy target artifact. Tap down that one. Let's ramp a little bit more. Blue, green. And swing in. Swing in for 1. Because Shigeki cannot return to hand. Because we lack the mana. Helm of the Host. Ew. It's 5 mana. If they swing in, we can just block. So let's burn down the house. We could have saved our board too, but having Gadwick be castable again is kind of what we're looking for. Does he have a direct damage ability? He does not, okay. I know that Windgrace has been in Standard before, but I really did not pay attention to him very much. He tended to be the type of card that went onto the battlefield and just got immediately. So we're going 5. Cultivate can go, Song Creation, and another land. Song Creation is good, but it's not good in this circumstance. We really want to play at the turn we try to pull off our combo. Yeah. Well, that's disgusting. Might have to plain white Celebration to get back Shigeki. But even that doesn't do it because our permanent is kinda... Yeah, we're just dead. Never mind. We held out longer in game 1 than I expected us to, honestly. But that's kind of how the deck functions. Its main game plan is to hold out for as long as possible because the 3-card combo we're working towards is insanely difficult to pull off. I have not done it successfully yet, and in the scenario where we do pull it off, it doesn't achieve anything. So I guess this deck is a bit of a troll deck, but it's fun either way. Keep. I think we go blue. So we can start working our way up to Invoke the Wild. I think if we Invoke the Wild to get Rogue Monster, our opponent does not have a game plan anymore. And that's pretty good. We'll reveal the island to make it look like we might have a counterspell or something, right? Like, try to keep them cautious if possible. Okay, I guess we're green something this thing for 3. I did not mean to. Actually, we're just doing this because this is better. Day of Judgment, please. And yeah, we can afford to get rid of the blue source now. We need a maximum of 3 blue sources, right? Technically, we have 5 at the moment, but we basically want to have our ultimatum mana ready by the turn it's necessary every time, right? Like, that's the plan. Provisioner and get the Rog. Giving of your upkeep. Yeah. Let's just pretend we didn't see that. What are the chances one of the top 2 cards of my deck is a land? slim, right? But we're gonna try it anyways. Oh my god. I got them both. That's pretty good. Really? That one. I can see why they were worried about it now. Can I kill your own Scoot Swarm? No, yeah, I guess they are. Okay. Well, we get a game 3. That's pretty surprising in and of itself. But I'm recording a couple of decks today, so I don't know what order I'm gonna upload them in. So I'm gonna be hush-hush on what the other things I've built are. But I actually came up with some interesting ideals. Like, getting into the warm-up test games that I've been focusing on. My execution of those ideals has not been great, but free mulligan, very bad hand. I guess okay, right? Like, maybe. Abandon into Snarl, into Cascade, into a Mage. It's a shame we can't get Atarka's command up and running, but keep. Maybe Abandon can get us there, right? Don't need that. So I put Heroic Intervention in the deck because the game plan will wrath away all existing permanents, right? And if that happens, that means we also pretty much just lose the game. Because we spend a lot more of our resources to get where we're going, right? Like, we are heavily into land ramp, so it's like Trophy Mage? Find me a lattice. Nope, okay. Wasn't in the top 10 then. Gonna need to play an artifact opponent. The plan doesn't work if you don't have any artifacts. Llanowar Elf is not an artifact. Yeah, well, this is looking pretty bad, actually. Solve the equation? True Polymorph. We have 1 out of 3 combo pieces. We have nowhere near the mana to actuate the combo, but we don't have to do it right away. We can do it in succession of turns, right? I wonder if they'll block or if they'll attack. Because if they'll attack, I will block, but I doubt it, right? 3. Hopefully this will get us land. Because we are kind of... You know, Earl and a land is pretty good. This is their Catilda deck. All of their humans have add mana. If we had a red source, we could Brotherhood's End, which is also kind of a necessary plan. It's wild that Paladin class increases all spells instead of just like non-creature spells, right? But I guess that's the way that effect is formatted generally, right? It does not change very much. I'm gonna go with Tatyova. Because if we draw a land, right, we draw a card, and then maybe we can Uro and put another land into play and catch back up. Alternatively, we could just waking the trolls away their only green source. Like, we got out. It's just we're nowhere near our combo, and our opponent is oddly stationary. A land, not a great one, but it's a land. Yep. Do we have expansion and Atarka's command up? Next turn we can Karn's Temporal Sundering. We're just behind, unfortunately, because we didn't draw lands for a couple of turns. And we have a lot of ramp. Like, there's no... And this seems to be what they're doing. I think they're trying to, like, alpha? Huh. I don't really want to trade Tatyova. It's a waste of an Atarka's command. Let's return that. No attack. Draw. Brotherhood's End. Expansion. Might as well grab everything. And that's it. Well, those were 3 games. I think I'm going to go into the deck editor real quick and talk about the plan, because the plan didn't happen. We won games, but the plan didn't happen, and that's a shame. So let's look at the deck real quick, because I'm gonna clickbait the title. Hey, don't look at all the decks, okay? Don't look at all the decks. None of them make sense, okay? Server. There you go. All right. So the plan of this deck is contingent upon a couple of things. The first thing is that we get one of these on the battlefield, Encroaching Mycosynth. Non-land permanents you control are artifacts in addition to their other types. Same is true for permanents you control and non-land permanents you own that aren't on the battlefield. This is important because this is important because of the card called True Polymorph. Target artifact or creature becomes a copy of another target artifact or creature. Now, the important thing about this card is that it's not until the end of the turn. So the ideal is that Historic Brawl is a format where you have a lot of mana rocks, right? You have fun people run mana rocks all the time. And the ideal is that you target your own true Encroaching Mycosynth with the second part of this ability. Wait, where'd he go? There you are. I accidentally put the True Polymorph out of my deck. Yeah. Work with me, deck. Yeah, so the ideal is that you target the Encroaching Mycosynth with this card to turn one of your opponent's mana rocks into an Encroaching Mycosynth. So you force all of their stuff to be artifacts or enchantments, and you can Karn lock them then, because all of their stuff is now artifacts or enchantments, so it can't be activated. They can't spell spells. That's like the actual plan. right? Like it's the non troll plan of the deck, which the real troll plan is this right here, Shatterstorm. So if you Shatterstorm with having pulled off the True Polymorph Arena, are you just having a bad day, buddy? Yeah, you go in this. No, you go over here. Okay. I don't know what's up, Arena. You're looking a bit weird today. But if you pull off this 2-card combo and then you cast a Shatterstorm, every permanent on the battlefield dies. Your lands, your creatures, your planeswalkers, and all of your opponent's permanents. Everything dies. Karn, on the other hand, is one-sided. So if you achieve this formula with Karn, you basically lock your opponent out of playing the game and you win. If you achieve it with Shatterstorm, which is the fun ideal that we're trying to do, you basically Worldfire the game away. Now, I have gotten close a couple of times, but it's never really worked. Either way, I just wanted to show off the deck a little bit before we go. Like, you have a lot of return to the battlefield because our combo pieces are incredibly niche. Like, there's only one version of this effect, and there's only one version of this effect. So, yeah, well, yeah, I think there's only one version that allows you to target your opponent's artifact. If you wanted to branch out with this deck, you would actually build it in black and donate the Mycosynths to your opponent, and then Karn lock them, which would be extra steps. It's a little... No, it's not cheaper. It is cheaper because the black donate spell is 4 mana. I think there's a red one too, Harmless Offering, but I don't know if it's on Arena at the moment. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.